Hello, and welcome to this channel. Basically, this video will just be an introduction of myself and some of the recommendations I give as a part of studying Stage 2 Chemistry in South Australia. So, to introduce myself, my name is Raymond, and the goal of this channel is to basically to help you understand some of the concepts in chemistry that can be quite difficult for some, whilst for some others it may be actually easy. But whatever the cause, I hope you guys will enjoy the content that is going to be up ahead. I am not the most interesting voice to listen to, as you can probably tell from this introduction and recommendations. But I can try my best in terms of making this at least a little bit interesting to hopefully keep your attention to chemistry. So, to introduce myself formally, I am a university student, and previously I have studied Stage 2 Chemistry, Biology, Physics, and Math Studies. Now, you may ask, how come I'm not doing any of these other subjects apart from chemistry? It's because I'm relatively comfortable only with actually helping people in terms of chemistry, or actually talking about chemistry with confidence. So, in terms of physics, I'm not the best. Biology, I'm slightly better, I guess, in comparison to physics. But chemistry is my domain in terms of all of the four stage 2 subjects that I was undergoing last year. So this is a side project in terms of it's not going to take up 100% of my time, in terms of I'm just doing some videos here and there, and hopefully it just helps you help you guys out. So I'm gonna have Okabe Rintaro help me here. So I'm gonna have a lot of Steingate references, and if you haven't watched that anime, you should probably go and watch it. It's pretty good anime. But yeah. So that's my introduction done, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in future videos. So, recommendations for Stage 2 Chemistry. Well, the first thing that I recommend is the subject outline. That is quite simple. If you don't know what a subject outline is, it can also be referred to as a syllabus. And this is the website for the subject outline. So all the links will be posted in the description below. As I said, I haven't said this, but I am not endorsed by any of these companies or governments or whatever. I am just simply here giving you some advice on what you should do as a part of your study. And hopefully it just helps out. So download the chemistry subject outline, and during this study, make sure that you're following the subject outline, as it details the key ideas and intended student outcomes during each of the topics encountered. So this just makes sure that your notes that you do in class and all that are just simply in line with the key outcomes, because at the end of the day, during November, during your exams, they are from the SASTA curriculum statements and outlines that they want you to know. So this is a very key factor that can definitely help you out during your studies. Now, my second recommendation is that you go check out the Chief Assessors reports and past examinations. These are pretty important, as during your examination study, it's good to do some past exam papers and look at what the Chief Assessors report during the following year, because they write up this report the following year when all the people have done it during that particular year. So let's say we have a 2011 paper and you look at a 2011's assessors report. After the examination has been done, the chief reporter then reports back on how did people perform, how did people not really attempt the question, but it's like you're seeing yourself in comparison to how others encountered that particular problem. So, like, let's say if question 1 everyone struggled on in that particular year, that person, the chief reporter, will report back on that, saying that it was poorly done or whatever, and how people should have encountered the problem, let's say. Alright, moving on. We have a chemistry SASTA study guide that goes for $27 from the SASTA company. So this is the direct price, and I think it's about $40 if you buy at bookshops such as Dimmicks. So it's probably best to actually buy from direct, in my opinion anyway. Also, just a side note that for these examinations, you do not get any of the answers on the SACE website. If my thing wants to work. The SASTA guide is one of the study guides that actually provides some of the answers. I think it does for the last 3 years. I might be wrong. It might have the last 3 years answers. So this year's being 2016 will most likely have 2015, 2014, 2013, at least, I think. So I personally recommend this book because I use this throughout my study, and they basically give you some questions divided into subtopics based on the curriculum. So, for example, topic 1 would be elemental environment. Let me rephrase that. Elemental and environmental chemistry. And your topic 2 would be analytical techniques, and so forth. So, you can grab this. It doesn't have to be 2016, it could be any, in my opinion, because I've collected 2002, I think 2000 even, 2014 and 2015. They have exactly the same questions over and over again, so whichever year that you grab it from, I would probably recommend 2014 because that's the one I used, even though I studied in 2015. Because, I think they screwed up the answers or something. During that year. Anyway, so moving on. If you have not grabbed this yet, then I highly recommend that you get a Adelaide Tuition Centre Chemistry Workbook. These will detail you the key essentials as a part of the SACE curriculum, as well as some information as such that aligns with the curriculum. So, like, you get a bit of information, and then you get some practice exercises to do. So these are more like good for practicing tests and learning key concepts and all that. There's actually no prescribed actual textbook, like meaning no exercises like a workbook. So this can be considered as your actual textbook as well. But yeah, so retails for $52 direct at the Adelaide Tuition Centre. And as my final recommendation, which this is optional, I don't know if anyone's really heard about this, but I don't know. This one, the Core Knowledge series, Chemistry Subject Guide. Now, I found this actually quite useful during my study in 2015. As I said, it's optional, not really, like, high class that you absolutely need it. Retails was $29.95. And it's a great set of revision notes to tackle down some of those key concepts in chemistry and is aligned with the curriculum. Sorry for that random flash. So, like, during my year 12, I wrote a lot of notes. Like, I highlighted and all that in my books, which I usually don't do. But this little tiny thin book is very crucial, I think, in my opinion, because it had the curriculum statement above, and it has the key notes that you really need to know underneath it, and it just helps you, in my opinion. Like, if you can't be bothered really taking notes, and you just want, like, key notes for the curriculum, I don't say that you don't need, like, the workbook and all that, but this is a great reference point, in my opinion. So, yeah. So, I think that is all for my recommendations, and as a part of my introductions, I'm Raymond, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment down below if you want to see some specific videos. And yeah, if I have any errors as a part of my videos, please do comment down below, and I'll try and correct most of it or re-upload it whenever I have time. But due to university, this is not my 100% focus, but I do just want to have this as like a side hobby as well, because I just have pure interest in chemistry. So until then, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction and recommendation, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.